talking to you about my story tonight. I was a respiratory therapist for 13 years at a level 1 trauma center, and I thought I would do that for the rest of my life. I loved what I did. I kept people alive on ventilators. I ran their life support. And I got to be a part of a lot of different parts of the hospital. So ER, ICU, NICU, PICU, all of it. Um, but my friend had been talking to me for about 2.5 years, and I was really, really mean to her for 2 years. And I'm going to kind of share with you tonight my story, a story about some products, a story about a business opportunity. And I'm not going to prejudge any of you because I don't know where any of you are. And my friend could have looked at my life and she could have prejudged me and not shared all of the information. And I'm so very thankful that she didn't. And so that is what I'm going to do with you tonight. And the best part about what I get to do is I get to share information that I am very, very passionate about. And I get to get your questions answered. And then you get to decide for yourself what you want to do with this information. Okay? Does that sound fair? So I'm going to dive in. Like I said, I was a respiratory therapist. I am a mom of 4 kiddos. I think throughout my entire story, you're going to hear a lot of me telling God no and God laughing at me and saying, "Oh, that's so funny. You actually will." First being, I live on a homestead in the middle of nowhere, and I am a city girl. So 10 years ago, my husband and I both grew up in the middle of the city, moved to the country. We always joke they should have done a reality TV show on us because it was ridiculous. Um, but I also homeschool 4 children. And that is also something I told God I would never in a million years do. But here I am. I homeschool 4 kids. My oldest is going to be 16 and my youngest is turning 8. And I started this business when my baby, my 8-year-old, was 8 weeks old. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that story in a little bit. But my friend knew my health struggles, and she knew that I had spent a lot of time on the couch. I was pregnant with my 4th baby, and because of those hormones and all the things going on, I couldn't get off the couch 4 to 5 days out of a given week. And if I would try and sit up, I would either pass out from the pain or I would puke off the side of the couch. And that is miserable. That is not a fun way to live life. My husband was taking 22 credits and working a full-time retail job, and I had 3 little kids running around, and I was still working 2 jobs. And I just did not have the time to be on the couch like that. And I had been struggling since junior high. I was put on prescription medication, and it was a Band-Aid, you guys. Every prescription out there, I'm going to say something that might ruffle a few feathers, but if you really think about it for like 2 seconds, it's 100% true. Not a single solitary prescription on the market was ever created to cure anything. They are Band-Aids. Some of them are very good Band-Aids, but they're Band-Aids for a tentacle. So you have a root problem going on in your body, and then you have tentacles off that root problem. My root problem happened to be existent with a lot of pain in my head. And I was suffering, and those hormones kicked things up pretty significantly. Since junior high, I had been able to Band-Aid affect my life, but I did not realize how much these things controlled my life until I didn't have them anymore. Fast forward 8 years. It's been 8.5 years, and I threw away that prescription 8.5 years ago. And so I'm going to explain to you kind of what did that. Now, I will tell you straight from the beginning, nothing I'm going to share with you cures, treats, prevents, or mitigates any disease process. But when you get to the root of a problem and you fix the root cause of something, all those little negative tentacles seem to go away. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see. Can you guys see all of this? Okay, so what I'm going to be talking to you tonight about is called LifeVantage. It is an incredible company with incredible products that nobody else in the world has. I'm talking both in the pharmaceutical world and in the supplement world. This is me, this is my family, this is our acreage, and that's my peacock, Mr. Caesar. Um, so this is just a little bit about me. I'm going to share with you an ABC investigative report that aired back in 2005. And I'm going to tell you straight up, it's old, and you're going to quickly notice that from the video, but it is so, so vitally important. And then I'm going to come back and explain what has happened since this video aired in 2005. But I want you to listen for keywords. Listen for key words like oxidative stress. Listen for different disease processes that he talks about, and I will fill you in as soon as this is over.
Following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm it.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Following is
So that aired back in 2005. And Joe McCord was a scientist in a lab. And this is important. I'm going to fly through this really quick. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand what happened here. This product was listed on, it was put on the shelves of Rite Aid, GNC, Walgreens after that ABC investigative report aired. And it wasn't selling, okay? What usually happened with an ABC investigative report is somebody ended up in prison and a company usually got shut down. And what actually happened is $5 million worth of sales went through virtually overnight. He didn't have the infrastructure to mass produce this product. So that is why this product is now in this business model. And I'm so thankful for it, because oxidative stress is something that every single person has, but most people don't know what it is. And it is the root of almost everything that you can get as you age. And so oxidative stress is caused by eating our food, drinking our water, the air we breathe, my least favorite, stupid 5G EMF radiation junk, medications, environmental toxins, herbicides, pesticides. They just sprayed the field around our house the other day. Drives me nuts. But these things cause free radical damage. Have you guys heard of free radicals? When that builds up, it turns into oxidative stress. And that is something we don't want in our bodies. And so oxidative stress is basically the rusting of your body from the inside out. So I love oxygen. I'm a respiratory therapist. Oxygen is good. The world we live in has 21% oxygen. It's very, very good for you. You can't live without it. But when you cut open an apple and you set it on the countertop, oxygen hits that. It oxidizes the apple. And this is what is happening to every single one of your cells all day long. Okay. And when you look at what oxidative stress in the body does, it does different things for different people. It kind of goes to that weakest part of that person, from eyes to heart, kidneys, joints, lungs. These are all things that are caused by high oxidative stress in the body. And so our solution to that, which this is the part that I love, there is no other product, both in the supplement world or in the pharmaceutical world, that can legally say that they reduce oxidative stress 40% in 30 days and 70% in 120. So when I saw this for the first time, I was like, okay, I take turmeric and I drink green tea. So I'm activating this NRF2 pathway thingy, whatever it is you're talking about. But that's not the case. It's a recipe. So if you mix up the flour and the sugar in a recipe, you're not going to have good cookies, right? And so that's kind of what Protandim NRF2 is. It's a synergistic blend that increases your body's antioxidant molecules. You can consume antioxidants. You can consume an orange. You can consume broccoli. You can consume blueberries. These things are good for you. Keep eating them. But when you eat an orange, you eat one molecule of vitamin C in that orange. There's many more, but you eat a molecule of vitamin C, and that one molecule of vitamin C is going to kill one free radical. And then it's used up and it can't be used again. The problem with this is that your body is being attacked trillions of times every second of your entire life with free radicals. And so what your body is capable of doing, what God has put inside of you, is something called antioxidants. And those are so much more powerful than anything that you can take externally. So your body has catalase in it, and glutathione and SOD. And one molecule of what your body produces kills 1 million free radicals before it's used up and can't be used again, which is huge. We're just going in and turning that pathway back on. So with my issues that I was having, I started researching this because I'm a research junkie. I love PubMed. I started looking into this. And I was going to go out and disprove the American Heart Association and Harvard, Louisiana State University. But when I looked at the research, I took this to my doctors and I said, is this safe for me to take? I was pregnant at the time. And they all said yes. And how in the world do I not know about this? All of them take this product now, and about half of them do the business side with me because of that, the studies that they saw about this product. And so I started researching this and I was like, oh my goodness, this is important. This is so important for the body. But when you look at everything that I had going on in my body, the root cause is oxidative stress. And this pathway is very, very important. Maybe the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Now, that's a big deal, you guys. I know my family's genetic pool, and the preventative factor alone, you may not feel sick. Your joints may not hurt. You may not have brain fog. You may sleep great. But bottom line is we are being attacked. And this is the best way I know to decrease the oxidative stress in our body. There's another cellular pathway, you guys, called Protandim NRF1. Well, it's actually called NRF1. And it affects the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of your cell. And the reason I'm telling you about this is the mitochondria is super, super important. And you do not have to take my word for it. Our new Surgeon General, Casey Means, you can go read her book called Good Energy. She talks about this so much in her book. But everything you're going to see in there is validation for exactly what I'm telling you right now. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cell. Without it, you would cease to exist. But every single autoimmune disease on planet Earth has a direct mitochondria dysfunction associated with it. So you want to make sure that your mitochondria are healthy and strong. And what this NRF1 product does is it's going to the mitochondria. It's making them talk nice. I think I just skipped a slide. I don't actually know. And then there's a product called NAD, and this is called what we call the tri-synergizer. These are all activators. These turn on your God-given body to do what your body was designed to do. Instead of throwing the kitchen sink at your body, hoping some of it stick, hoping you don't have leaky gut, hoping you don't have chronic inflammation, this allows your body to use things. So fun, interesting fact is I used to take 10,000 IUs of vitamin D every day, and I was still vitamin D deficient. No matter what I did, it seems like I could not get my vitamin D levels out of the tank. And so what I'm going to talk to you about is called the Vitality Stack. It's that NRF1 I told you about, the NRF2 I told you about, and what we have is a fish oil and a probiotic. And I started taking those 4 products. And you guys, I was like, okay, our fish oil only has 800 IUs of vitamin D. That's not going to be enough. But I ran out of my other prescription for prescription strength vitamin D. And you guys, my vitamin D levels have been perfect. Now, why would that be? Why would my body not be able to have good vitamin D levels at 10,000 IUs, but I had beautiful vitamin D levels at 800 IUs? It's because my body could process what it was given. You can eat the healthiest food on planet Earth, and it is going to do nothing good for you if your body can't use it. So we didn't stop there. A big component of our health is collagen, and everybody and their mother knows what collagen is. And if you go to Walmart, you'll find 50 different kinds of collagen. I promise you there are no other collagens on the market like this, and I'm going to explain to you why. So collagen is a structural protein in your body. It is so important. Without it, you would be a pile of goo on the floor. But there's a lot of things that it affects. Everyone takes collagen because they want to look young forever. But it is important for liver function, for your eye health, for optimal sleep, for gut health. This was huge for my gut health. You guys, huge. Your gut lining is majorly collagen. Your eyeballs are collagen, okay? Your mental health is affected because of your gut health. Your gut is your second brain. 70% of your immune system is there. And so this is an important component to our health. I will tell you, these numbers all look great to me. I thought this like 202% was a great statistic number. But all the estheticians I know are super excited about this 22% decrease of crow's feet, because with Botox, which is botulism toxin that you're putting into your body, they're creating a 21 to 23% decrease of crow's feet. You can do that with this collagen. This is my friend Maria's leg. I'm just going to fly through some pictures about this. But what I want you to understand about the products that this company has is they are very different in the fact that they are activating your body. They're turning on your body. They're not throwing in NRF2. They're causing your body to create antioxidant molecules. Same with this collagen. This collagen affects your body's production. So around the age of 30, your body starts to turn off its collagen production. This is why between the ages of like 35 and 43, every person I know is like, you know, there was just this year. There was this one year that I fell apart. My body just fell apart. You guys, it's because your collagen hasn't been producing the way it was supposed to for a long time. This is my beautiful friend, Shauna. I believe she's on this call. But she was taking a very, very high quality collagen for, I believe, 20 years in this picture. And this is after using ours. You guys, it's a big deal. This is Seth. This is Becky. I love both of them so much. People's necks, this woman didn't lose any weight. She's just decreasing her inflammation. So I just want you to understand this man had radiation, and this is using our products with that. But what I love is not just what I'm seeing on the outside. I love what I'm seeing on the inside. I love what I'm hearing from my people with gut issues that need to know where the bathroom is at all times, or that really just wish they used the bathroom more often. Here's a big thing I want you to consider. If you're taking a collagen, make sure you're taking a liquid collagen. Powdered collagens are about 10 to 20% absorbable, which means if you're buying a powdered collagen, you're going to need to do 5 to 10 scoops of that powder to get the same effect as this liquid collagen. So basically what liquid collagen is, powder is a boulder. You're sticking a boulder in your gut and you're saying you have 5 hours to figure out how to break up the boulder and absorb it and use it where it needs to be used. Whereas liquid is that boulder broken up into little tiny pieces of sand that are bioavailable and easy for your body to use, okay? We also have a skincare line. People are doing like this 15-minute skincare challenge. This little thing right here is called Botox in a bottle. But again, all of our products, you don't have to use all of them. When I started taking these, what people didn't know about my life is that my husband had been fired from his job 2 weeks before our 4th baby was born. And he had 0 notice. And I was on bed rest and I could not just go back to the hospital and go to work. And we didn't have the money, but I also couldn't be on the couch. So I figured out a way to make NRF2 work. And I don't ever want people to take anything that doesn't also fit in their budget too. But I also promise you that your health will dramatically change because this is getting to the root of some significant problems. All of our products are super, super clean. The last thing I want, well, actually, there's 2 more things I want to talk to you about. One is GLP-1 and one is called Axio. But this GLP-1, you guys, this is a big deal. This is a buzzword, and I will just leave it at this. In the synthetic world of GLP-1, so you're talking Wegovy, semaglutide, all of the pharmaceutical drugs out there, what those are doing and is going into your body. They're turning off your body's production of GLP-1 hormone, which is a very, very important gut hormone that affects the L cells of your body. We could dive deep into that, but it turns it off and then it puts fake GLP-1 into your body at whatever rate that your doctor feels is necessary for your body. Now, the issue with that is that when people try to go off of the synthetics, their body now is not producing any of its own again. And so I have a lot of people coming to me like, hey, I'm experiencing side effects. I don't want to keep doing this. It's crazy, psycho expensive. Can you help me? And what I'm seeing is a lot of people being able to transition to using a product called MindBody that turns on your body's GLP-1 production, okay, along with other gut hormones. But it increases, and actually that's incorrect, it increases your body's GLP-1 production by 200%, which is a really, really big deal. What I love about back pictures is you can't suck in someone's back, okay? Bellies you can suck in, but backs you can't. And so what people are saying, I will never tell anybody you're going to get a synthetic drug result with a natural product. You could, your body could utilize that correctly, but if your gut is out of whack, I had been on an antibiotic, or I hadn't been on an antibiotic for like 15 years, and I had to take one. There is a time and a place for it. 2 of my children would be dead without Western medicine. So there is a time and a place for it, but it's for sick care. It's not for health care. Okay, so I just hope you understand that what we're talking about here is for your health. So these are kind of my favorite pictures. This is my friend Gloria. She's a gut expert, and she was struggling with some stuff and was able to break through those, just getting her body able to function correctly. One last thing I will say about GLP-1 is those drugs were created for a condition called diabetes or prediabetes. And what I want to tell you is if you're being told you have prediabetes, or if you're carrying any extra weight in your gut or around your body, more than likely you have an insulin resistance. And if you're being diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, you have had an insulin resistance for 10 to 15 years. And these things are things that can change. They are not a death sentence. They are something that you can affect. So for sure, get back with the person that invited you if you want to learn more about that stuff. But the last thing I want to talk to you about is called Axio. People ask me how I homeschool 4 kids, how I run 4 businesses, how I run an acreage, how I do all the things that I do. It's called Axio. My kids drink this. I drink this. Everybody in our family drinks Axio. But when I saw that they had an energy drink, I was ticked because we had 17-year-olds coming into the hospital on a regular basis having massive heart attacks because of their stupid energy drinks. And I wanted nothing to do with it. But when I looked into the ingredients of this and started using this and feeling like, okay, I am comfortable with this, just looking at the ingredients and then seeing what it did for my kids. You guys, the focus is insane. There are kids with ADHD, autism, that see amazing things. So this is my friend's nephew, actually, and just the difference in a week after, 2 weeks after using Protandim and Axio, you can see the brain's ability to focus. Like our brains are scattered neurotransmitters flying all over the place, hitting walls like a pinball machine. And what we want is for those to be fed. Fun fact about the human body is most people are not vitamin deficient. Most people are mineral deficient. And when your brain is given the minerals and the things that it needs, it can like function. And it's so great. I drink this at 2:00 in the afternoon when I feel like, oh, I just finished homeschooling and now I have a whole list of things. Instead of drinking coffee, which has a massive stimulant and then crash effect, this stuff is so, so yummy. I have marathon runners who drink just this product. So these are kind of the gist of all the products that we have. But what I want to mention real quick, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the NRF1, NRF2, fish oil, and probiotic. You guys, if you've taken an antibiotic, it has affected your healthy gut flora and it can affect it for up to 10 years. It's a big deal. I also hate fermented food. I hate sauerkraut. I hate kombucha. I wish I did not hate it, but I'm also not going to eat 5 to 7 servings a day of that, which is what you're going to need to get proper gut bacteria into your body. So I take this amazing probiotic. I love it. This fish oil is a fish oil that my kids have chewed since they were 1 year old. When they were babies, I would poke a needle in it, squeeze it into their mouth. They love it. Fish oil is not all created equal. Okay, so if you burp up nasty fish, it's rancid. Okay, fish is harvested in deep, cold water, very, very far offshore. And when they're harvesting that fish, a lot of times it can sit on a boat for 5-7 days before it is distilled. What's happening to it? Oxygen is hitting it. It's oxidizing. Oxidation causes free radical damage. And so then what they distill out of that fish is already rancid. It's already oxidized. And so you want to make sure your fish oil is clean and fresh. My kids chew this like candy. I can get them to clean my bathroom for an Axio and fish oil. I kid you not. It is the best thing in the whole world. But that is what I had taken Protandim by itself for 10 months and seen amazing results with what I had going on. But it was when I addressed all components of the body, the brain and the gut, it made a massive world of difference for my health, for my mental health, and for my physical health. And so that's kind of the gist of the products. If you have any questions about any of them, I can talk about these till the cows come home because I get so excited about it. But get back with the person that invited you to take a look at this, and they will connect you with somebody that can help, or they can help you as well. But these are amazing products. They are clean. They are good for you. My kid decided to drink the shampoo, and I didn't have to call poison control. It tasted minty, so they wanted to try it. It's good. What you put on your skin is super, super important. But I'm going to dive into that business side. If you want to get started, if you're like, okay, these products sound amazing, I want to start taking them. That's awesome. Become a customer. We have an amazing customer rewards program, and 90% of my business is customer based. People who love the products, they stay on the products, and they're not going anywhere because these are incredible products. If you want to take the products, be a customer. But if you are thinking of a bunch of people that this could help, you can get paid to share this story. And you don't have to be the person sitting here right now sharing what superoxide dismutase and catalase and glutathione are. You don't have to do that. We walk you through exactly how you do this in a way that is getting the information in front of people, getting their questions answered, and letting them decide for themselves. I was the person that said no to my friend for 2 years. I was also the person that 2 weeks before my baby was born, my fourth baby was born, my husband was laid off with 6,000 people. He did nothing wrong. And you guys, something in me broke because we were working, we were doing everything right. We were saving our money, we were paying our medical bills. I had a baby that ended up with group B sepsis in the hospital. I got meningitis when I was pregnant with a different baby and almost lost her. And you guys, what I came to realize is nobody is out to help my family. If my husband hits the top of his pay scale, he's not an asset to that company. He's a liability because they can pay someone half the amount of money that they were paying him to do the same exact thing. And that's exactly what happened. And so I knew that I wanted to do something that couldn't be taken away from us. Little did I know at that time that COVID was going to happen a couple years later, but I dug this business, I dug this well before that happened. And I promise you, I was able to walk away from my job in the hospital years before that situation happened, but I wouldn't have been able to make it through that. I would have had to quit my job. And there's a lot of people that were put in a really crappy situation, and a lot of people that realized that the stability that they felt they had in their job was no longer as stable as they thought. And so what I found out is if you're dependent on one income, you're one income away from nothing. And so my goal with this was I want my family to have these products. There's 6 of us. Do you know that 6 people taking a good probiotic is like $200 a month? It's expensive to be healthy, but here's what I'm going to tell you is you can pay to be sick or you can pay to be healthy, but you will pay for one or the other. And so I wanted to be at this, SC1, SC2 place, making a couple $100s so that this didn't blow our financial budget. And I can tell you exactly how to get to that place. But I promise you, you don't have to know everything. I'm an introvert. I promise you I will crawl into a corner and not talk to people the rest of the day, and probably not at all tomorrow either. This is a lot of peopling for me, and it's even through a screen. I love people. I love helping them. But you guys, if I can do this, anybody can do this. All that is required is that you care about people, that you desire something to change in your life. I don't know about you, but I know the economy has lost its ever-loving mind. And I think it's affecting everybody. And I know that nobody could say, I don't need an extra $500 a month. I don't think anybody can say that. And so I just say that if you are coachable and you desire something to change, this could be an avenue for you to make another stream of income. So I started this. I was like, okay, I want to make $300 to $500 a month. I will be coachable and teachable. I was really, really skeptical. I said, you can't make money in this. I'll give you 90 days. I'll do what I'm told for 90 days, and I'll be able to come back and tell you, you can't make money here. And what happened is I hit this rank of SC2 in 30 days, and I hit this rank of MC2 in 120 days. And I was able to walk away from my hospital job of 13 years because of the income that I make in this business. And you guys, when life happened again, because it's not a matter of if something is going to happen in life, it is simply a matter of when. When life happened again and I needed to step back for 4 months, guess what continued to happen? The hospital stopped paying me when I stopped walking through those doors. But this business that I have built continued to pay me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because I had built that beforehand, and I have happy customers that love these products. So you guys, no matter where you find yourself, I wonder if I have any more. Oh, yes. This is what life used to look like, and this is what life can look like now. I knew nothing, you guys, when I started this business. I did not know what superoxide dismutase. I couldn't even pronounce superoxide dismutase. But I'm telling you, we have simple systems. I will not tell you what we do is easy, but I will tell you what we do is simple. We love people and we give them solutions to their problem. And you get to earn money while you're doing it. And so wherever you find yourself, just make sure you get back with the person that invited you to take a look at this, because they cared enough about you to share this information with you. So if you are somebody that's like, I'm ready to get started, great. Get back with them. They will tell you exactly how to do that. If you're somebody that's like, I have questions, awesome. I was the world's most skeptical human being on planet Earth. And so we can get those questions answered for you. Whether you like the answer to them or not, that's entirely up to you. Or if you're like, hey, I want to know what it looks like to make another stream of income, I promise you that that is an option that is available to everybody. It is not for everybody. It's not something that everybody wants to do. But I challenge you, if you do not have a way that you are making money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. Warren Buffett said that, not me. But it is so true. If this is not a way that you have found to make passive income, or the way you want to make passive income, find another way. Become a world-selling best author or something where you can make money while you sleep, because this world is crazy. But if you build something that passively pays you, everything changes. You guys, we have gone through a lot in the last 4 months, but I can tell you we've gone through a lot with a little and nothing, and we've gone through a lot with something in the bank account, and I can tell you it's very, very different. So I am so thankful you guys all hopped on. Get back with the person that invited you. If the products are for you, great. If the business is for you, great. We love you, and we are so thankful that you took the time to be here tonight. Have a great night, you guys.